kicked out of the tent she was living in, lost her food stamps, all in the same week. And I couldn't believe the reason why when I saw the end.
Well, y'all, I hate to be the bearer of mad news, but it seems like that's all I have is bad news. They came in the city. They came and basically just demolished our shit. They came and told us we weren't supposed to be there, told us to get out, barely gave us any time to get up and do anything. They threw all our shit away. They basically just picked the whole tent up and just threw it in the trash. All my clothes, all our pictures, shoes, literally, we don't have nothing. This is all we got. This is literally all we have, all we were able to grab. Nothing. And then they drug us downtown to a shelter, which is not going to accept pets and is going to separate us. And there's no surefire way that they'll keep checking on him while he's alone, wherever he is. So, yeah. So we have no place to sleep, no tent, no nothing. And we're stuck downtown.
Okay, that's her brother. That's not her boyfriend or her husband. That's her brother. He has a medical condition. He's been in and out of the hospital. But yeah, they pretty much threw him out of their tent. Now, some places in the United States, and I don't know how it works with other countries, they find an area for homeless people and let them put up their tents. But some cities don't. And they don't allow you to just plop a tent down anywhere you want, and and live there. And it's unfortunate. I feel for them. You just can't put a tent down anywhere and and live there. Some places have designated areas for homeless people to put up their tents
with the clothes on our backs. That's life for you, right?
Now, they didn't have to destroy their tent. They didn't have to take their clothes and their belongings. They didn't have to take their clothes and their belongings. They didn't have to do that. They could have let them have their belongings, their clothes and what have you not. They didn't have to destroy everything, And she stated she needs to be with her brother. So if they're going to put her in a shelter, they need to put them together.
Well, quick food stamp update. I can't say highly pissed. So y'all remember, I was able to get the food stamps in April. And where was we living at the time? In the tent, right? Now, with us being in the tent, obviously, y'all saw we had to walk up to the daggone food stamp office just to get the card. We didn't have no mailing address, none of that. Okay? I applies again. Why am I suspended for 3 damn months? Talking about some working program, something. And then besides, they needed the documents for Tory. His doctor wasn't cooperating. Couldn't get that in. But it's like, dang, we're being penalized for not being able to access the resources we needed at the time. Being penalized for living in a tent and not having an address so y'all can correspond, or not have a continuous working phone so y'all can call or whatever. Talking about, well, if you do qualify again, you will only be getting it for August and September. You've been suspended for the month of May, June and July. And I'm like, how does that work? Do they do women with children like that?
No fucking sense.
Do they really be having children sitting here waiting for food stamps like that? Because of they fuck ups? Because of not being able to use common sense? Even a lady on the phone knew it was stupid.
Now, I know the brother has a medical condition, and so he's probably receiving some type of disability, SSI. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know if she's receiving SSI, Social Security. I don't know if she's able to work. I don't know. She might need to be there full time to take care of her brother, so she probably can't work. You all let me know what you think in the comments. I honestly don't know. She doesn't have kids because she said, do they do this with people with kids? So she doesn't have kids. But they're homeless. So shouldn't they be able to receive some type of help being homeless? And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, she can go out and work and this and that. I understand there are people scamming the system. I understand there are people that can work that don't, and they just want assistance. They're homeless. She has a brother that she needs to take care of. This situation, in my opinion, and I know many of you are going to disagree, in my opinion, is different. You know, she doesn't have an address. They want her to provide an address. She doesn't have an address. They're homeless. A tent doesn't have an address. It doesn't. Yes, they change things. You have to provide certain documents and there's certain requirements. But maybe she can't. Let me know what you think. Again, please subscribe. And let me finish playing this for you. And that's the part that was shocking to me. That's the part that was shocking to me. That they want her to provide an address, which she clearly does not have. Are you kidding me? They were living in a tent that got destroyed. They lost all their possessions.
But she was just doing her job, so of course I can't get mad at her. Y'all, this shit is really blowing me.
So you know what's shocking? That she's going to be penalized, her and her brother, for not having the necessary documents. So if they get their food stamps back, it's only going to be for 2 months. And then they're going to be homeless without food again. Because they don't have a continuous working phone. They're homeless. They don't have Wi-Fi. They're homeless. They have to look for a spot to pick that up. They don't have an address because they were living in a tent, which the city came out and destroyed and threw away all their possessions, including their clothes and probably what little food they had left. So they're being penalized. Is that right? Is it right? Let me know.